Welcome to Cost Allocator, a flexible and easy-to-use cost management tool that supports effective cost allocation for improved accountability and better decision-making. Accountability for costs has become more important than ever before, so has the necessity for allocating them. Managers today are being held responsible for accurately identifying full costs and correctly attributing them to departments, projects, functions, or funding sources for complete transparency. However, maintaining an easy-to-understand and easy-to-maintain cost allocation process in ERP systems or using Excel spreadsheets typically leads to some common challenges. The process for multiple-step allocations can be extremely complicated, if not impossible to do, in either the ERP system or in Excel spreadsheets. As a result, an allocation model can either be too complicated to understand and modify, or has to be oversimplified to make it work. It's often difficult to track the origin of the cost due to lack of an audit trail. Users may have to deal with several rounds of posting in financial systems, ad hoc GL exports, and endless reconciliations. Developed by an ISO 9000 certified team, Cost Allocator is a straightforward, user-friendly application that addresses these issues. It matches costs more closely with where they originate, giving organizations the ability to accurately analyze their costs and monitor it against budgets right at the department account level. With the use of Cost Allocator, understanding true costs has never been so simple. Cost Allocator effortlessly performs multi-level step-down allocations by percentage, fixed value, or using appropriate drivers from account to account, from department to department, and from account or department to product, service, and/or customer. To do so, accounts in Cost Allocator are assigned to levels, and costs are allocated from higher levels to lower levels. You can have as many levels as you want. To highlight the robust costing and profitability functionality provided by Cost Allocator, let us step into the shoes of Kathy Anderson, CFO of the CA Group, a group made up of a parent company and a wholly owned subsidiary. The CA Group runs the Microsoft Dynamics Great Plains ERP system and recently purchased Cost Allocator to help them operationalize their multi-level and multi-company cost allocation process. At the CA Group, common costs of the group are incurred and paid for by the admin department. The admin department supports the accounting department, business development department, and operating departments of the parent company, Company 2, and the subsidiary, Company 3. The accounting department and business development department support the operating departments of the parent company and the subsidiary. Some operating departments in Company 2, the parent company, support the subsidiary company as well. Kathy and her colleagues wanted to ensure that the costs are allocated simply and effectively, but were not ready for a full-fledged activity-based costing system at this stage. Kathy starts her cost allocation by launching Cost Allocator's GP Connect module, which fully integrates with Great Plains and seamlessly extracts data from or to Great Plains GL. Using Cost Allocator's GP Connect module, cost allocation is simply a three-step process: extracting data from Great Plains, performing cost allocations in Cost Allocator, and populating the allocation results back to Great Plains. First, GP Connect allows Kathy to extract GL account information and account balance data directly from Great Plains into Cost Allocator's highly scalable SQL Server database. By selecting periods, accounts, and companies, Kathy can import budget or actual data as either period net change or YTD balance into Cost Allocator for allocation and analysis. GP Connect allows for advanced account selection, including specifying user-determined segment ranges, and provides all flexibilities in defining the exact data to be extracted. Kathy leverages these features and extracts data from Great Plains to Cost Allocator. She then verifies that the data has been accurately extracted into Cost Allocator. Once the data is imported into Cost Allocator, the second step for Kathy is to perform the cost allocations. To do this, she easily models her cost allocation business logic by assigning her GL accounts to levels that reflect the flow of costs across departments and companies. Since costs are allocated from higher level to lower levels, Kathy sets up the admin department as level 1, so that costs can be assigned from this department to lower levels, for example, levels 2 to 4. The Business Development Department and Accounting Department are set up as Level 2 accounts, so that they can further allocate their costs to operating departments and the subsidiary company. Because some costs at the operating departments in Company 2 are for the benefit of the subsidiary Company 3, Company 2 departments are set up as Level 3 accounts, so that their costs can be allocated out to the subsidiary, which has been set up as Level 4. It is possible to have as many levels as necessary. Upon completing the account setup, Kathy is now ready to incorporate the business rules to be used in the allocation. Typically, she allocates some of her expenses, for example rent, to a group, such as a beneficiary department. The amount to be allocated to each beneficiary group will be based on unit accounts or other accounts, such as square footage occupied by each department, employee count, or sales by department. For other accounts, she applies percentages that reflect the economic benefit, and hence the cost should be attributed to each department and/or company. Kathy sets up the account groups for her cost allocation. While some of her account groups are static, she does have others that are dynamic. The dynamic account groups functionality allows her to create account groups based on segment codes, such that any new account that is added to Cost Allocator and satisfies the segment code condition will automatically become part of this group. Since Cost Allocator enables users to perform measure-based allocations using any user-defined allocation drivers, Kathy imported the square footage unit account and other unit accounts from Great Plains to be used as the base accounts for allocating costs to other accounts. With this information, Kathy gives such cost to account groups containing the beneficiary departments to automatically distribute the cost to each department, based on the measure value or unit account balanced for that department. For other accounts, Kathy is providing the percentages to be used to allocate the cost to relevant departmental accounts. This is easily done by selecting the From accounts and To accounts. Note that Kathy has several options to use for the allocations, including percentages, fixed amounts, or values that can be converted into percentages. Kathy provides the percentages of the admin department's training expense account that has to be allocated to other departments and the subsidiary. She also leverages the Notes functionality and attaches a note so as to provide additional context to other decision-makers. Kathy saves her allocation as a batch, which can be reviewed and/or changed at a later date. While specifying the percentages to be used to allocate costs is easy, Kathy knows that Cost Allocator also has powerful yet straightforward import-export wizards which allow for effortless population of data from and to any external sources, making data input assignments even more effortless. For rapid and cost-effective implementation, she takes advantage of this unique functionality by quickly entering the percentages to be used to allocate costs in Microsoft Excel and then importing the data. She also used the import function to import other measures and drivers which are to be used for cost allocation but which are not stored in her Great Plains ERP system. After finalizing the data entry in Microsoft Excel, importing the data was straightforward and involved only mapping the Excel columns to the relevant fields in Cost Allocator. When the import was complete, Kathy quickly verified the imported data and was very satisfied that everything was successfully imported. Now that the relevant data and allocation logic is in Cost Allocator, Kathy can solve her cost allocation model. By solving the model, Cost Allocator applies Kathy's allocation logic to the original account balances to get the true cost and profitability of each department and the subsidiary company. Before sending the results from the cost allocation model to Microsoft Dynamics Great Plains, the third and final step of the three-step process, Kathy decided to first check the validity of the results by utilizing one of the countless valuable reports, including audit trail reports, provided. She first reviews the From To Allocation report, which lists all allocation transactions she provided in a specific period, including the From account, To accounts or account groups, values, measure used as basis for allocation, and notes. This report helps verify the data entry and provides a record about the model. She was very satisfied with the results of this report that confirmed the success of the allocation. Kathy then reviewed the final allocation report, which summarizes for each account the original balance, amount received, amount allocated, and the final balance. She can also report on a group of user-defined accounts to understand and analyze the full cost and profitability of departments, customers, products, or programs, and where the costs originate. Kathy generated a number of other reports, including the post-solve to account report, which tracks the cost flow to help her and other decision-makers of the group to understand where the costs are received from and where those received costs originated. After completing her cost allocation and confirming that everything has been allocated correctly, Kathy populated the post-allocation results back into Great Plains as unposted journal entries, which includes the intercompany transactions between the parent and its subsidiary. Cost Allocator automatically generated the journal entries without any user input. She reviewed the batch with the unposted journal entries, and after confirming that all the debits and credits are correct, she posted her records. Kathy also had the choice to populate the post-allocation results into Great Plains as a budget ID for cost analysis, reporting, and scenario analysis. However, following the CA Group's business practices, she chose to post the results to the relevant GL accounts. Compared to the simple fixed and variable allocation at the transaction level offered in her ERP system, Kathy was impressed that Cost Allocator offered many unique advantages, such as multi-level allocation, full audit trail, budget allocation, what-if analysis, intercompany allocations, and user-defined accounts for cost analysis outside GL. By completing her cost allocations in record time, in hours instead of days, Kathy had more time to analyze results and improve the group's bottom line. She is looking forward to more time savings since Cost Allocator has other unique features that will reduce the monthly cost allocation to a few clicks. She is particularly excited about the comprehensive copy data across periods feature. With the copy data across periods function, she can easily renew the model from one period to another and only focus on the changes, making maintenance and updating of the model quick and simple. Cost Allocator draws upon CRG's over 15 years of experience providing and implementing innovative cost management and profitability analytics solutions. To facilitate successful and smooth implementation of Cost Allocator, CRG offers 3 implementation service packages: Silver, Gold, and Platinum services. Contact us to learn more details. Whether you are looking for an appropriate costing tool for your clients, or you are concerned with having one for your own use, with a low cost of ownership and effortless implementation, Cost Allocator provides organizations exceptional value and a fast return on investment. Thank you for your time viewing the Cost Allocator demo. Contact us now to learn more about Cost Allocator functionalities and how we can help you to take the pain out of your current cost allocation process.